Hello everybody, welcome back to Fanblade. It's been a wee while since I've spoken to you, but the worst of winter has passed now. I got this shot in the garage a couple of weeks ago. As you can see, it's 3.6 degrees and a relative humidity of too cold to measure. But it's starting to warm up now. Not by much, it's only 10 degrees in here at the moment, but I've got to get cracking with these Buildathon guitars because I've been given a deadline for this one. By the end of this week, this needs to be a playing instrument. Now, the first thing that I need to do is actually wet sand and polish. I've already done the back, just to test out my processes and to test the polyurethane, and that's fine. It's absolutely fine. What we're going to do is dry sand to 800, just because I find it's easier to see where you've been and how much you're taking off. Then wet sand 1000, 1200, 1500, 2000, and then I've got some just car cutting paste. Cheap brand, not a sponsor. It just works, and of course I'll be buffing it with that. So let's get cracking. Alright, so I'm about to start on it with the 1500. Astute viewers will note that I'm not doing the sides, or the edges. It's very, very easy to burn through right on the corners, so I'm being very careful. I'm not actually sanding on the corner, I'm sanding up to it, and with each progressive grit I go a little bit further, and then when we polish the whole thing, we'll just polish it into that. There's really no need to do the sides, they look fine and glossy as they are. The top is coming along nicely. That's looking nice and flat to me. You could even, if you wanted to sort of cheat the system, you could just run some polish over this and you'd get a kind of a satin finish. As it is, I'm going for a gloss finish because I want to bring out the best in this wood. And that does look quite nice as is, but it doesn't quite match the gloss and the luster that I managed to get on the back. So, 1500... then 2000, then car polish. that's looking not too bad. Could be better. You know, you got to deal with the products you have sometimes. I could have also used the bench polisher for this, because I do have a proper good sized bench polisher over there, but it's a little bit too aggressive. It would actually just rip right through things. But you know, slow and easy. If I kept on going with the polisher, that would probably come up nice, but I'm happy with that. That's glistening. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but that wood just shimmers. It's absolutely beautiful. A little bit of polishing compound caught in the holes. Of course, you clean that up. Next step is to drill some holes. We are doing standard volume, pickup selector switch, tone with the output coming out the side. That's going to be an interesting one to drill. I'm not particularly looking forward to it, but we are going to have to do it because you can't have an electric guitar without an output. Or can you? No, you can't. Okay, a little bit of tear out there, but that's going to get covered by the washer. This wood's very, very difficult to work with just because the grain goes everywhere. And if you'll cast your mind back to when I chiseled out the pickup cavities, I had a big chunk of it there lift off. But we seem to have gotten away with that. It's glued down invisibly, so that's fine. The output, I've had a dig around and asked some people, and I've managed to turn up a barrel jack, so that's good. I don't need to drill a massive hole in the edge. I need to drill a massive hole in the edge. I'm going to go in with a pilot hole first, just with a smaller bit, and then I'll use this one, because this is a 12mm drill bit. It's the largest bit that I can fit in this, and it's too big to fit in this one. So, pilot hole first, and then very carefully with this one, hoping we don't splinter or break anything, because that would suck. I've just shot away off camera and soldered a ground wire onto the bridge retaining ferrule. Strictly speaking, this isn't necessary, but These parts were, on the bridge retainer at least, were originally silver, and I've spray painted them black. So in order to make sure we get good ground contact, I've had to just sand a little bit of the paint off, make sure that's soldered on securely, and then I'll have to actually sand a little bit in on these and on the underside of the retainer as well, just to make sure we get a proper ground contact with the strings. Where the holes go up the centre, up the back of there, no paint got in there. They're all looking very shiny and metallic, so that's good. We can proceed. It was about this time that I realised I was running out of time. I had to put the electronics in, put the strings on, tune it up, set it up, and then I had to take it down to a gig to deliver it to its new owner. And he was very, very grateful to have it. He played 2 songs on it, and then his friend said, "Give me a go on that thing." So we did. And there ends the saga of the SG-inspired guitar. There is one more episode to go in the Buildathon series. Next week I'll be assembling the 5-string bass, so make sure you check that out. Then we can get on to some other interesting projects. It's springtime in New Zealand, and I've got plenty of interesting stuff planned between now and Christmas. So thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for subscribing, and it's good to be back. Cheers.